Hello, my name is Elizabeth Santa-Cruz, and in this video, I want to share four personal virtues that I believe define who I am as an educator, a director, and a woman of faith. These virtues guide how I lead, how I serve, and how I create inclusive learning environments where every child is seen and valued. When I look back on my career, I can clearly see how God shaped each of these virtues in me through real experiences, challenges, and opportunities to grow. Number one, civic virtue. Service and advocacy through access. For my civic virtue, I choose service and advocacy. In early childhood education, service is non optional, it's a lifestyle. And for me, it shows up through my commitment to making quality childcare accessible to families who would otherwise be shut out due to economic hardships. We partner with multiple programs designed to remove barriers. DWSS subsidies through Urban League, the CACF food program for kids, United Way, and Nevada Ready pre-K program. These aren't just services, they are lifelines for families. Some qualify based on income, some through homelessness, marital status, English as a second language, or an IEP. Being able to bridge families to these supports is part of my purpose. Service as civic virtue helps me build inclusive classrooms because access is a justice issue. A child cannot receive an excellent education if they cannot afford to enter the door. And I deeply believe in giving every child, regardless of background or economic status, the exact same opportunity for high quality care. When I think about service in this way, it reminds me that my role is bigger than administration. It's advocacy, compassion, and community building. Number two, moral virtue, integrity, doing right by children. My moral virtue is integrity. Integrity means doing right by the child even when no one is watching, and even when it costs you your time, sleep, or comfort. It means that my decisions must be based on they can never be based on what is easier, but what is right. In early childhood, everything is centered around the child's lived experience. QRIS ratings are not about paperwork. They are about what the child feels, what the child sees, and what the child receives. That's why integrity matters to me, because if we fail a child in these early years, it leaves a mark that can follow them into adulthood. But when every early childhood is done right, when we consistent, nurture, and intentional, we build emotional intelligence, confidence, stability, and healthy social emotional skills. That's why integrity is not just my virtue, it is the foundation of my philosophy. And to me, doing right by children is sacred work. It touches their mind, body, and soul. It builds identity, security, and trust. That is why integrity guides everything I do. Number three, performance virtue, perseverance. My performance virtue is perseverance. This one is personal because I have lived in the hardest seasons of my career. There have been many moments where rebuilding, rebranding, and restructuring a school felt overwhelming. I've had nights where I stayed late, weekends where I worked through exhaustion, and moments where quitting seemed easier than continuing with the vision God gave me. But perseverance keeps me going. It reminds me that meaningful work is rarely easy, that transforming a school, shaping a team, supporting families, and protecting children requires endurance. Perseverance is what pushes me to keep building even on the days when it feels like I'm starting from scratch. Number 4 is my intellectual virtue, wisdom. For my intellectual virtue, I choose wisdom. Wisdom is not just intelligence or knowledge, it's discernment, judgment, humility, and the willingness to keep learning. I know that God has given me natural wisdom, but I also know that education matters, titles matter, degrees open doors that experience alone cannot. If I want to influence policies, lead programs, or make systematic changes that impact children, I need the education and credentials that allow my voice to be heard in higher spaces. That's why I'm committed to continuing my degree, because I want to be equipped not just spiritually, but academically. Wisdom reminds me that leadership and stewardship, and with great responsibility, comes great accountability. Imago Dei, a character formation. The reason these virtues matter so much is because of the concept Imago Dei, the belief that every child is created in the image of God with worth, dignity, and unlimited potential. When I approach children from this perspective, it shapes how I speak to them, how I support them, and how I fight for them. Character formation to me means guiding children to become the best version of themselves emotionally, socially, and spiritual. It means modeling virtues, creating safe routines, teaching emotional regulation, and giving children the tools to make healthy decisions. Strategies I use, two strategies I use to build character formation are modeling virtues in real time and creating structured routines that help children practice emotional intelligence. Activities like morning greetings, gratitude circles, social emotional check ins, problem solving conversations, and peaceful conflict resolutions all help children develop character naturally. My own growth. For my own development, I rely on faith, training, mentorship, Nevada Ready resources, professional development, early childhood leadership courses, and Christian leadership studies. Growth is ongoing, and I'm committed to becoming who God called me to be. Thank you for watching and listening. These virtues shape who I am, and I bring them into every classroom, every family interaction, and every part of my leadership journey.